Hello, I'll be back on Sunday. It's hotter than Satan's thong out here. What defines a bad camera review? I've been pointed and directed to a few videos recently, and I really don't like watching other YouTube photography channels. A lot of people play psychological games and are Trojan horse videos for clicking on affiliate links, but all of that aside, and oh, by the way, I heard that a large YouTuber crashed the Olympus press event and cussed the camera and made a nasty spectacle of themselves. And I heard was banned forever from all future Olympus camera events. So congratulations to you on being exceptionally profane. I mean, even I would conduct myself with professionalism at a Sony press event, which I have absolutely no love or respect for. I would never do that to any company's camera ever, no matter how much I despised it for logical reasons. What defines a bad camera review? Now, here's something that people don't understand, and I've read page after page on the Nikon Z6 and Z7, which I've had my hands on 4 times now. Z6 I've only had my hands on once for use for an hour, and the Z7 I've had my hands on 3 times. What defines a bad camera review? This is what people don't get. There's been a couple other YouTube photography channels attacking, rightfully so, even people that I would never defend, attacking the Nikon Z6 and Z7 for logical, empirical reasons. And yet the people that own this camera, this is the stupid mistake that they're making, and I'm sure they're going to downvote this video as if I give a damn. The mistake that you're making is that neither myself nor the other YouTuber ever declared that camera to A, have bad image output, nor to have bad ergonomics, nor to have bad build quality. I said specifically from the beginning, the first time I had laid hands on the Nikon Z7, that the ergonomics are great. The image output is spectacularly fine, and the build quality is excellent. The reason why the camera sucks, and by the way, the manager of Nikon Europe, his first name is Dirk. Yes, Dirk, D-I-R-K. I think he's Dutch, but I could be wrong. Anyway, he's manager of Nikon Europe. I've even got a video clip from a few months ago of him being interviewed on another YouTube channel. Even he said the Nikon Z6-7 are not professional cameras. Those are his words as a Nikon manager. It's not a professional camera. It has nothing to do with image output, build quality, ergonomics. It is a first-generation product with incredible deficiencies. Now, how much do I love the hell out of Fujifilm? I've owned 2 Fujifilm X-T1s, which is a first-generation product. Had a lot of deficiencies. A lot. It was, you could tell it was the start of something absolutely amazing. But everybody that loves Fujifilm that owned an X-T1 knew that it was a first-generation product with a lot of deficiencies. Now, the difference between Fujifilm and Nikon is famous for not giving firmware updates and actually improving their product. If they find a serious issue, then they'll issue a firmware update. Nikon is not like Fujifilm in that respect. When the X-T1 came out, between then and when it was finalized for completion, long after the X-T2 had been released, there had been a zillion firmware updates that made the camera 2, 3, 4 times better, whatever your position is, than it was when it first came out. It didn't even have electronic shutter when it first came out. The X-T2 was the same. The X-T2 currently, in its current firmware version, makes it 3 or 4 times the camera it was when it was released to the consumer. Nikon has never followed that track record. The Nikon Z6, Z7 are not professional cameras. They're lousy cameras that have nothing to do with its build quality or its image. I saw and read, and I hate to admit this, I read like 30 pages on Diaper Review and other websites that I won't mention. Say, I don't know what so-and-so YouTuber, you know who I'm talking about, I complained about the Nikon Z6, Z7. I would never defend that other YouTuber either, by the way. It's a crummy product, not because of the image output or the build quality. I got this camera, it makes great images. That's not the damn point. Even the new Olympus Micro Four Thirds camera has incredible build quality. I mean, it's more weather sealed than any other camera, even more so than a Pentax. Build quality is excellent. You could probably use it as a brick to club people with, and it will keep on working. The reason why it's lousy is a countless other reasons. There's only one card slot on the Z6, Z7. Miserable, non-professional camera. No professional is going to work with one card slot. You could bitch and moan all you like, but it is not a professional camera. It has no possibility for a vertical grip. No possibility. There are no pin interconnections for like a vertical shutter release and joystick, so on and so forth. The autofocus tracking sucks. Now, who the hell would pay $3,300 for the damn Nikon Z7? You'd have to be a complete idiot versus that for the same money for a Nikon D850, which is a far, far superior camera. Okay, $2,000 on the Nikon Z6. That's a lot cheaper. Yeah, it's $1,300 cheaper than the Nikon Z7. What do you get for $2,000? Is it that incredible? No, it's only got one card slot. It can't screw drive D-series lenses. There's a mountain of incredible D-series screw drive lenses. On and on. Image tracking, menus, layout. The actual interface, the number of steps you actually have to do to the Nikon Z6 or Z7 to change your autofocus point selection is infuriating. People that have said that has been every halfway intelligent YouTuber, including Tom Hogan, who I don't love him or hate him either way, but I mean, he even told you the infuriating horribleness of the interface of the Nikon Z6, Z7. Why don't people get this? Oh, I have the Z6Z. It's great. The image output is great. The build quality is great. And the ergonomics are, well, yeah, it damn well is. That's not what makes it a horrible camera. It's a first-generation product. Okay? But unlike the Fujifilm X-T1, which was also a first-generation product and had a lot of deficiencies, Fujifilm made that camera 3 times better, depending on what you think the scale is. 3-4 times better with firmware updates for improvement. Nikon has never done that, and if you think they're going to start doing that now, you're smoking crack. You are smoking crack. Put the crack pipe down. Nikon's never done that. I don't have any affiliate links. I don't sell anything. Every Nikon camera that I've ever recommended has been a hit. I was the first person to review the Nikon D500. I said, this camera is the epic shiznits. Everybody's going to want to buy this camera. It's the tits. It's awesome. It's just, everybody says, oh, you fat, bald, tattooed asshole. It's a $2,000 crop sensor camera. No one's going to buy that. I said, no, everybody's going to buy this camera. Damn, boom. I was, of course, 100% correct. I told everybody the Nikon D850 is the best single all-around camera DSLR ever. And it is. It's been sold out for over a year and a half. I still don't have any in stock. It is in stock now to limited degrees, but it's still sold out everywhere. Last time I went out to the wildlife refuge, there was only 6 photographers there, and 4 of us had a Nikon D850 in our hands. Same is true of the Nikon D4. When Nikon announces the D6 here in the next couple months, and they drop it later this year, if it's an awesome product, I'll be the first person to tell everybody to go out and buy it. I'm not influenced by clicks one way or the other. I don't play the psychological games with people watching YouTube. I want people to be happy. I don't have any affiliate links. I actually see a ton of people playing psychological games with all of you. They'll tell you how horrible a camera is to get clicks, and then like a few months later, you know who I'm talking about, they'll make a video saying that same damn camera is not so bad after all, and you should click the link below and buy one yourself. What the hell is that? If it sucks, it sucks. But to the 10,000 posts that I've read, regrettably, on the Z6, Z7, complaining, I don't know if you're complaining about this camera. I love the image output and the ergonomics and the build quality. Nobody, including myself, said that those were wrong. That is correct. It's not a horrible camera because of those points. It's a horrible camera for countless other reasons. It's a first-generation product with one card slot. It's not a professional camera. Well, you're going to say, well, professional camera is how you professionally use it. That's true, but professionals need redundancy because redundancy is God. They also need vertical grips, and they also need reliable autofocus. Oh, shit, go figure that one. Reliable autofocus is slightly important. And they need a camera company that doesn't have its head up its ass, Nikon, You know, completely opposite of Fujifilm that here, listen to their customers. What, you don't like that? Oh, we're going to fix that in a firmware update here in 2 days. Constant firmware updates for product improvement. There's a company that listens to what the fuck, excuse my language, listens to what the hell its customers want and need. They listen. I mentioned 2 little nitpicky things on the Fujifilm X-T2. I'm the only person that made a video about it. I said, change that diopter wheel so you don't accidentally turn it. And include a super peaking. They included actually something better than super peaking, and they actually fixed the issue where you can accidentally change the diopter correction by, you have to actually pull it out and adjust it, kind of like a Nikon and a Canon camera. So, anyway, I guess that's the end of my salty rant. You know, if you love your Nikon Z6, Z7, fine. The reason why it's a deficient, inferior product are for the attributes already mentioned. If you like it, you're happy with it, fine. Who cares? I said not to buy it because you'd have to be insane to buy a Nikon Z7 over that of a D850 for the same price. Insane! But whatever makes you happy, whatever tickles your pickle, whatever yanks your worm, whatever, you know, sets your hair on fire, do it. Because I don't sell anything and I don't have any affiliate links. I just want people to be happy. I like actually recommending superior products. You know, people say, hey, this camera's great. Compared to what, damn it? Welcome to sunny South Florida. Peace out, Girl Scout.